Okay, welcome to Starfield Mods, where we look at the newest mods released each week and share the best ones with you. Today is episode 7, and while most of what we have today are simple reskins for various objects in the game, there are a few mods that have a tremendous amount of potential for the future of shipbuilding in Starfield. And in even more exciting modding news, the xEdit tool was released yesterday in an experimental state. This is the tool that has the potential to make new items that can be put into the game, rather than simply replacing existing items. Then on top of that, it can change values within the game, and those mods are what we're seeing right away. It's not completely ready yet, and the developer is still waiting for the official creation kit to release for full functionality to be available. But now that it's out, we're going to see some crazy mods coming out. So as always, today is a celebration of what modders have done in 2 months that Bethesda couldn't do in the entire development cycle of Starfield. So sit back and relax while we get through this week's mod, and oh yes, dessert will be served at the end of the video. First, let's celebrate the release of xEdit by sharing some of the first mods that have been released using the tool. There are a pair of perk mods that give you more carry weight from the weightlifting perk, and another that removes the requirement to apply skill points, letting you apply them freely without needing to spend a number of perks to unlock a new tier of perks. There are a couple of mods that finally give cargo space to the cargo hull ship halves. Then there's an engine overhaul that adjusts some values for the engines separated by company and creates a new engine altogether. I'm pretty wary of mods like this since it's easy to break what the engines are meant to be, but with the right balancing, these can be a fantastic option for shipbuilding. There's a mod that stops your companions from being angry with you if you partake in the occasional pirate raid, theft, or slightly justified murder. And finally, Decorate Starborn, which unlocks the ability to decorate your Starborn ship, which, considering how homey, comfy, and full of stuff it is in vanilla, is a fantastic idea. I know that this was actually done in an earlier mod, but my understanding was that it was prone to breaking and could be replaced with a console command. As of today, it's still only been released for like 2 days, so next week's mod video should be brimming with potentially amazing mods. But first, a word of caution. The xEdit program is highly experimental, so anything could go wrong and you could lose your entire save file. So make sure you back everything up if you decide to use any of these mods before the xEdit tool is officially released and supported. Alright, pirate. We know you've tried to steal some ships that tell you that they're inaccessible. It's too bad there isn't a way to fix that. The wording of this mod is a little weird, but Seizure of Ships, take over restricted ships, simply does what it says. If you happen to run into a ship that you should normally be able to steal, like a bounty hunter ship on a planet, this makes it accessible and available to be claimed since it was just sitting there and whoever owned it before were just nowhere to be found. I wanted to test this on the Starborn ships, and now that you can steal inaccessible ships, how about a spacesuit that fits your Space Trucker playthrough? Nuka Space Trucker is a reskin for the Space Trucker armor set, and let me be honest, I think this thing looks amazing. If you're a fan of Fallout and secretly hope that the Fallout universe is in the same universe that Starfield is in, or one of them, all of them, whatever, well, this mod is for you. There is a tremendous amount of detail that went into this mod, from the red rocket patches and the fonts of the stickers on the pack and the styling of the helmet all combine into a very believable and lore-friendly outfit that fits very nicely in the Starfield universe, or universes, or multiverse. There's not much else to say, but I'm a huge fan of this reskin, and now all I'm waiting for is the port of all of the different Nuka-Cola bottles to replace all of the soda packs in-game, or maybe even redesigns of the soda pouches themselves. So now that you're a pirate space trucker, how about some weapon reskins to go along with it? First is the old world 50 cal Barret M82, a very lovely reskin for the hard target. I like this one mainly because I kept getting excited whenever I saw a Grendel, thinking I'd finally found a hard target, and then I accidentally sold a hard target because I thought it was a Grendel at the time. That won't happen anymore thanks to this beautiful thing. The only complaint I have is the size. This thing takes up a lot of the screen, and that's not helped by the addition of eye candy on the lens cover of the scope. Now don't get me wrong, I like eye candy as much as the next perv, but it's not really necessary on a weapon skin unless it's directly asked for, right? Especially when it only serves to block the amount of already limited viewable area you have on the screen. I hope there's an update to the mod in the future that makes the lens cap optional for players who are simply looking for a weapon reskin and might not want the eye candy at the time. Aside from that, the animations for firing and reloading the weapon look pretty good, and the firing sounds are pretty spot on as far as I can tell. I'm not a gun aficionado, so you'll have to let me know how accurate everything is in the comments below. There's also an issue in third person where your character doesn't bring the weapon down to ready position after you aim and let go, so hopefully that'll be adjusted in the future as well. All in all, it's a very pretty mod, and it'll be perfect with a few changes and fixes. But instead of modded weapon skins, how about the really cool looking weapon skins in the vanilla game? Unlock weapon skins does something that I was really surprised wasn't a function in the vanilla game. When you're crafting or modifying a weapon, there is a skin section that's normally locked. This mod unlocks the various vanilla skins that can be found on certain weapons, things like the Deadeye or the Keel Hauler. Right now, the mod simply unlocks everything, but the modder plans to apply certain requirements to unlock these skins. The one I hope gets implemented is the ability to have these skins unlocked when you manage to receive a weapon with that unique skin. I'm a big fan of common sense mods like these that make Starfield function the way it probably should have functioned from the beginning without mods. This is also a great mod to use since the unique weapons you get aren't always that powerful and can get replaced by better weapons relatively quickly. I actually do have a question for any modders that watch this. Instead of creating mods that, apply weapon skins to these weapons, is it possible to create mods that will create skins to be applied through the workbench instead? Would that make things easier and more lore friendly? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. This is a simple mod that does something fantastic, and I'm very much looking forward to its future iterations. Now, where are my Futurama fans at? Real Spacefrog replaces the frog drawing decoration you can acquire during a certain quest in Sidonia with the real and true Spacefrog, the Hypnotoad. Now, you can, of your own free will of course, spread the message of the Hypnotoad. You must download. You must endorse. Like and subscribe while you're at it. Now, the next two mods might be the most important mods for shipbuilding we've seen so far. Place Ladders Anywhere and Place Doors Anywhere are a pair of mods that have created a way for players to choose where to place ladders and doors in the shipbuilder. Right now it replaces your portholes with the objects necessary to do this, and the ladders themselves don't have the scripting necessary to climb them normally, and doorways are just open and there are no doors. But this mod is proof of concept that objects can be created in the shipbuilder that control where doors and ladders are placed. This mod is in the very early stages of development, and I personally don't think it should be used until the creation kit comes out and the mod is cleaned up quite a bit. But as of right now, this is very good news for shipbuilders. If this mod can be perfected, it's going to completely change how players make ships and will open up even more possibilities for ships even when building within the rules of normal shipbuilding. You should probably keep an eye on this mod for future updates if you like shipbuilding. I know I will be. And now for dessert. Thicc Andreja is a cute little mod that adds a little something extra to Andreja's model for those of you who enjoy a lady like Zangief.
I'm Zangief, I'm bad guy. When I hit bottom, I was crushing man's skull like sparrow egg between my thighs.
When combined with your favorite outfit for Andreja, this mod will help fill it out a little more and will absolutely, totally not distract you while you're in the middle of a firefight. And that's about it for this week. I was worried we weren't going to have anything exciting to talk about this week, but thanks to the release of xEdit, we have a few things we can talk about, and we have a very exciting week of mods to look forward to. So for now, let me know what you thought of this week's mods and what you're looking forward to next week in the comments below. But as usual, like the video if you liked the video, dislike it if you disliked it, and until next time, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.